Council to the International Panel of Inquiry. They said our report should go to Ban Ki-moon's inquiry. That's what they said. And they encouraged Israel to follow up on the conclusions of our findings. That's the European Union representative on behalf of the entire European Union said that on the 27th of September. On the 29th of September, a resolution was passed after all the interactive dialogue to endorse and accept our report. So the Council had to pass a resolution to accept our report. All the Europeans, everyone, including the United Kingdom, abstained from just saying we accept the findings of this report. They all abstained. And they all said that they are abstaining because we have not waited and have not taken into consideration Ban Ki-moon's report. All the Europeans said that. So for me, I'd rather deal with the Americans, because the Americans are upfront. They are telling you to your face they don't support you, they're not going to accept your report, etc., etc. The Europeans say one thing, they are very sympathetic, they say Israel must follow the conclusions that is here, etc., etc. But when it comes to just passing a resolution to endorse the findings, they abstain. I find this extremely difficult and unacceptable. This really bothered me a lot. The behavior of the Europeans really bothered me. Somehow I am so used to the Americans and I'm not surprised by the Americans, but the Europeans really took the wind out of my sails. So this is something that is of concern. Now, my last statement that I want to make is, what is the strategy for all of this? This has been going on forever and ever, and I just think that we have to have stronger mobilization of support inside America and inside the countries of Europe. The activists must speak to their own governments and lobby against their governments for this kind of action. Europeans must question their governments why they abstained on this report. So the activism has to get stronger inside the whole of Europe and inside America as well. The flotilla and if you go on a flotilla, there was a flotilla being planned. I mean, there was a ship being planned by an Irish couple, and they talked to me. They were in Malaysia. They talked to me to advise them on what would be the best thing to do. And I said, don't take any Arabs, just take Europeans on your ship. And I think Europeans and Americans need to come in much more strongly on this whole thing, and to do it much more strategically and lobby against their own governments and the way they behave at the United Nations, at the Human Rights Council, etc. If you look at the council, it is a 47-member council. It is completely divided on this issue. All the Europeans and the American is on one side, and the Islamic countries, the Organization of the Islamic Conference, the Non-Aligned Movement, the developing countries, the Latin Americans are with the Palestinians on this. But the Europeans and the Americans, no. And unless Europe and America changes, the governments, there are wonderful activists in all of these countries, it's not enough. The governments have to change their minds. And if that doesn't happen, I don't see a solution for the Palestinian issue at all. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Shanti. Yes. Well, we'll try doing our bit as regards activism in our way here in Thailand as well, and hopefully maybe some ties on some future ships might not be such a bad idea. I wonder how they'd react to ties being there. That would be an interesting experiment, perhaps. I'd like to thank once again Shanti Deriam for coming here tonight. I'd like to thank Zakaria Amataya in his absence, and Marut McCloy for being here tonight in the beginning with the poetry recitals. And of course, thank you all very much for coming here tonight and helping us commemorate the United Nations International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian People this year. Our next PSC Thailand meeting is on the 16th of December, Thursday the 16th of December. We have our meetings, our ordinary meetings, at the Grand President Hotel, Sukhumvit Soy 11. If you'd like to be given notice of these meetings, then all you have to do is, as I mentioned earlier, put your name and at least your email address on the list with Kuno and Bina at the entrance before you go, and you will get our information regularly. Once again, everyone, thank you very much. Great, Shanti, thank you so much.
You're welcome. The only good news was China and Russia bought for the
Yes.
spot.
And as you see, the Latin
Brazil, South Africa,
Argentina.
India came together. There is a new bloc. You know, you have the European Union, you have NAM, you have G.
Business Latest is brought to you by Qatar Gas, delivering energy to the world.
On the next Riz Khan show, the injustice of food economics. Why do more than 1 billion people around the world lack enough to...